Hello everyone, welcome to the Green Man channel. Hope you're all doing good and well. So in tonight's album review, I'm reviewing the 15th studio album from the band Voivod and their release Synchro Anarchy, which came out last Friday via Century Media Records. And the album is 9 tracks and it's 48 minutes in length. And Voivod, whilst they are kind of thrown into the thrash metal category along with the other Canadian big four thrash metal bands, I really think that they're so much more colourful as a band than that, with their styles and the way they approach their music. There is hardcore punk influence in their music. I can also hear a lot of 70s prog rock in their music. It's really unusual, and you only need to hear a few bars of Voivod to really, I think, get a sense of that very distinctive sound. The chords are very unconventional chords, not easy to predict what they're going to do. And so they have this very unusual kind of a sound, which they've carved out for themselves, I think, over the years. And with this album in particular, they're showing no signs of tiring from doing that kind of avant-garde approach to their music. I mean, this album offers us, within each and every track, something a little different, I think, whilst, you know very much it's a Voivod album. I have to say it's another pretty solid album from them, considering that this far into their career, 15 albums in, they're still producing some pretty innovative, interesting, and if I can say this word a little bit, I always find with Voivod there's a little bit of a whimsical style in their delivery sometimes, despite their serious musicianship. There is a kind of whimsical style. I think perhaps that's partly because of the way Snake sings and does his vocals and everything, but there is something really, really unique about this band, and I've often found that. So digging into the tracks of Synchro Anarchy a bit more, so let's start with the opening track, which is Paranormalism, and possibly one of my favorites on the album, if not my favorite track, was this one, because I really liked its kind of boppy style. It gives you something almost to hold on to a bit more. Great outro riff on this song as well, and I found the vocal lines to be pretty catchy and memorable as well in this song, which I think, if you like something to be a bit more memorable, you'll probably enjoy Paranormalism as an opener. I liked the little vocal harmony touches in the title track. Those are pretty good, so I quite like the title track. That was something a bit different from Paranormalism. Felt more, a little bit more of a transitional track in the album, as opposed to just being something a bit more catchy and impacting. Mind Clock was very progressive, and that had some really interesting gradual tempo shifts towards the end of that track. The riff got slowly quicker and quicker, and then towards the ends they did a riff that got slower and slower, so it kind of went in reverse. Suitable for that kind of track title as well, Mind Clock. Kind of certainly felt a little bit, mentally kind of one of the slightly more challenging tracks on the album. Sleeves Off was a great track. In fact, I really liked the sort of that style of riff that they did there, because it was just a mishmash of things going on. Really liked Sleeves Off. Holographic Thinking. I really liked Snake's vocals in that track, and his phrases in that track particularly. It actually made me think a lot of, even though it was different, I'm not saying it was anywhere near like this track, but I got a big vibe of Space Oddity by David Bowie with Holographic Thinking. It just made me think of Space Oddity in the way, I guess perhaps in the way it was sung and delivered, but I was just thinking so much of Space Oddity by David Bowie when I listened to that track. And Quest for Nothing was another one I enjoyed as well, and I liked the part Snake sung, where he was sort of going, never want to go, and repeating that at the end. Lots of good stuff, therefore, on the Synchro Anarchy album. And, again, it's just to me, it's just a very solid Voivod album, this one. I think if I said I was blown away, I'd be lying. I wasn't completely blown away by this album, but I do think they're still delivering really good stuff, album to album. And, for their own unconventional style, this is still a very good unconventional release. So Voivod, what score am I going to give these guys this time around? Well, for me, this is an 8 out of 10. My second 8 out of 10 in a row, following on from the Amorphous album review. So what did you guys think of Synchro Anarchy? Do you think it's one of their best albums ever? Where would you rate it in their discography? Do let me know in the comments. Otherwise, just to remind you about the next videos coming up on the channel. The next one I'm planning to do on Friday is the Immolation album review. That release, is coming out on Friday as well, isn't it? And then at the weekend, I will be doing a ranking of all the Amorphous albums, following on from, having had some time with Halo now. And I cannot wait to do that. That will probably be Saturday that I put that up. And we're not far away from my next big list video, which I think is going to be the first week of March, which is going to be my top 20 albums of 2019. So looking forward to getting around to that list. But with those bigger list videos, I do need a bit more time to kind of revisit old albums and also revisit old lists and try to kind of, it takes a while also to prepare for those videos too, and to get them properly delivered, I think. So, apologies if you want those videos to come quicker. I just want to kind of make sure that they're as fit as they can be for purpose, if you like, before I put them out on the channel. So those videos are probably going to be roughly every few weeks. I think they won't be too regular, but also hopefully regular enough that you don't get fed up with waiting for them. So anyway, thanks very much as always, guys, for watching this latest album review. Do drop a like and subscribe. I sometimes forget to say that at the end of the videos. If you are passing by the channel and you like album reviews, album rankings, and some of the sci-fi and fantasy horror content on the side as well. Otherwise, from me, take care. Bye for now.